Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Squid Junction 48. I am Genie7, joined by Saf. And Saf, we've got some amazing match going on, ready to start. What am I saying? I haven't commented in like 2 weeks.
You're just excited, Genie, and
excited.
I am just as excited as you are. We have Last Resort returning to this main stage, and we have Half Send also returning to the stage here right now. Looking pretty good here, and Genie, what we have banned so far, we have Clamblitz Museum banned and Rainmaker Hagglefish banned, taken out of this map mode list here that we're presenting for you. And we're starting off, I believe that is Splat Zones on Barnacle. What is that, Barnacle and Dime?
That's Barnacle and Dime. That's
had to
the
squint look at that one.
Yeah, this is a very unique map. I kind of like it. I also kind of don't like it. A lot of people are mixed emotions. It's new, it's fresh, it's exciting to see. And you know what's very exciting to see? ProChar rocking that S blaster. Always been trying to praise it, trying to gas it up. But we will see if the Blaster Master can put in some work on it.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially because they've been playing a lot of Deco this evening, Genie. So the fact that they are bringing out this S-Blast here to try to get some playtime in on it is going to be absolutely huge, and they definitely have a lot of space to work with having that end zap and having that ballpoint to follow up as well. And that opening fight is going to be in Last Resort's favor here as they get 86 on the board. But an early flip is going to happen in terms of Half Send here. Jack trying to push forward and apply some pressure on this ballpoint here. But the ballpoint by Storm Hero is actually going to come out victorious here and victorious in the fight as well. And so Last Resort is going to have that opening to flip that control back into their favor.
My goodness, that was a two-down situation. Or sorry, on Last Resort. And they were able to come up clutch and take 4 down for 4 of the members off the field from Half Send. It was a little bit delayed, but that's A-okay. We're going to see Arashi on this left side having to be backed up by Shockwave using that Inkjet via the ballpoint. The zone is starting to tick down, but that's okay because Half Send, they've got the control. As long as they can punish Arashi cleanly and easily. But the reslider comes in from Chara! Chara gets 2! Chara gets 3! ProChar going insane with that S-Blaster. Can he get 4? I think that was an assist. We'll call that a wipe.
We'll call it a 4. We'll call it a 4 because Last Resort is cruising through these points right now, Genie. That timer is just ticking away. We still have almost 4 minutes left in the game, and they are holding on to this zone tightly. But as you can see, Jax and Jess are going to be breaking through to the other side here, looking to try to cap the zone. But Storm Hero being there to take both of them out with follow-up from Mecha. Last Resort taking that first game under their belt. Just quick and easy, Genie.
Exactly. When you needed a hero, Storm comes up clutch. Mecha the first time, coming up from the backside, circling around onto that crab, taking them out with the help of Storm Hero's Inkjet, which got 2 the first fight, and then the last fight also got 2 when it was just defending zone. Able to defend that zone. Arashi going off, ProChar going off. What a amazing, crispy, clean game from Last Resort. Half Send, they had some answers, but realistically, Last Resort knew their game plan and they executed it well.
Absolutely, and I mean, Genie, you kind of touched on it earlier, but Arashi, with that distraction tactic that they had going on, they were in the space area of Half Send for a solid few seconds there, taking the attention away from the zone completely for Last Resort to really tick away those points and get further and further down towards the KO there. And especially with Storm Hero getting that double kill in the zone as well. So not only did they get a really crucial double, but both of those splats resulted of them splatting in the zone, right? I mean, that was just fuel to the fire for Last Resort to keep that push alive.
Yeah, that was a beautiful game. We are going to be swapping over to Tower Control on Inkblot Art Academy, SAF. And it is a little bit different of a map layout and design. Just not even anything like what Barnacle and Dime has to offer. It's not flat, it's got some verticality. You have to follow the tower path. But one thing I will see again from both teams, and if I don't see them again, I'm talking about the ballpoints, I would be absolutely shocked. Ballpoint on this map is disgusting. It's got great range, great angles, and Inkjet. Inkjet, we cannot say enough about it and how good they are.
Yeah, and Genie, I mean, in all honesty, Inkjet is kind of the flagship in this meta right now. I mean, Inkjet is the one that is tying it together. It's kind of acting as the glue in terms of specials in this meta right now, and being able to get really solid control on one of those stacks when you're getting that tower moving is going to be really crucial, and that Inkjet is going to be really good for just that. But additionally, if you have the aggressors on your team, especially because you have that Wiper coming out on Last Resort, and with Chara's blasting ability, if they're able to get in really quickly through to that second checkpoint and getting into the bats area of Half Send, it could cause a lot of trouble. But with having Jack and Jest moving together swiftly as well, I mean, Last Resort has to be careful of the amount of ink output that Half Send brings to the table.
Oh, and we are going to be dropping one of the inkjets. That's crazy. Shockwave's going to be going on the Nautilus. Nautilus is my second favorite spotlighting on this map as a spotlighting connoisseur and enjoyer. But we'll see. We'll see if Painter Jelly can approve of that one as well. Oh, hi, Painter Jelly. I love that.
We see you up there, buddy. It's a nice one that you're doing this time around.
Oh my goodness, Last Resort got absolutely obliterated off the map, but here we go. Storm Hero, when you need a hero, Storm is here. One splat already, and forces 2 members of Half Send off of it.
Oh.
Probably gonna get Zen's Crab out of position and pretty well put it in a corner.
Yeah, they've got that Crab out of position immediately, Genie, which is exactly what Last Resort needs in order to keep this mid control in their favor here. You have Prochara kind of sharking up on that stack there, maybe waiting to see where the fight can be taken. You have Storm looking like they're trying to build special. The Reef Slider trying to act and get some poking damage there, but Half Send is not going to let that happen today. But even with the missiles coming out here, Genie, they still want to try to keep this tower in their possession and keep it moving, and that's exactly what they're going to do through checkpoint 1.
Arashi's just kind of chilling behind. All right, finally, somebody takes out Arashi. We'll have to watch out because Storm Hero has an Angel Wipeout coming through Half Send. This is going to be huge for them. This first checkpoint is going to be falling in their favor. Going to be trying to make their way to the second checkpoint. We've got those Tri-Strikes and the Tactical Cooler down. Half Send, they want to keep control of this bats. We know Last Resort will have some specials to try and poke at this checkpoint, but I don't think they will in time. This checkpoint will fall.
Yeah, and Chara getting out of there with the Reef Slider I think was going to be huge, not only providing some poking damage, but with Storm Hero going down, their flank was kind of exposed there. So using the Reef Slider to try to retreat, I think was going to be good for them there. But now with Chara keeping this tower moving back to the center here, they're looking to take this fight with Jax, but with the follow-up happening there with Price Shockwave on that Nautilus, Chara is going to go down. There's 2 members down now on the side of Last Resort here. They're still looking to try to get some points of their own on the board, Genie, but with the amount of aggression that Half Send is bringing, they're making it difficult for them to even get this tower away from the second checkpoint area.
They're just keeping all this paint control over on bats, and there's nothing that Arashi and Chara can do. They've got to find back entrances, back alleys, just not fight head on. Half Send, they're doing such a good job. This tower is still rolling. You can see that the members of Last Resort they're in mid. They got to defend the third checkpoint, and I don't think they will. Oh, they will just barely wipe out with 1 point remaining. They needed that third checkpoint to stay alive.
Absolutely. They got beacons down on the ground too as well. They want to get back into this map as quickly as they can, Genie. And I like how as soon as they were able to get the wipeout, you saw all 4 members of Last Resort immediately going for the mid area. They want to keep good control of mid, especially with that tower coming back through because they have a lot of ground to make up, right? They had to bring the tower all the way down from the 13 on their spawning area. So lots of ground to make up here. Finally getting some points on the board with the Tri-Strikes coming out to maybe try to prevent a little bit more forward momentum there, but Mecha is going to be on this tower firmly, taking that first checkpoint by Storm. And as we say that, Storm Hero is actually going to be there as well to try to help the follow-up. Do you think that Tiny Jelly knows what's going down here, Genie?
Absolutely not. Has no idea. Just full Bob Ross mode. Does not care what's going on in media. Does not care what's going on in the news. Does not care that Arashi's blue Arashi made it to Times Square billboard. It's just vibing up there. I had to drop that one at some point.
Trademark Blue Arashi here on Inkblot Art Academy, and what a good place to have it too. I mean, it is a work of art, and we are learning here, Genie. We're always here and open to learn down at Inkblot Art Academy. The fight, though, happening in mid here. You have Storm Hero following up with this Inkjet here, trying to create some space, but with the Crab Tank coming out from Zen, holding down this left side here, it's going to be difficult for Last Resort to try to make any headway into this bats area here. It would be absolutely crucial for them to try to move Zen out of there and to move Shockwave as well. You want to try to bring the fights to them to keep this tower going, especially because mid control is in Last Resort's favor here.
Yeah, this match, even though it's 13-61, we are 1 fight away from it being a complete turn-tail fight. Pro Chara is going to be able to find 1. We got Storm using their Inkjet. Arashi's jump back in. Here we go. Restarter's out. 3 are gone on the side of Half Send. And here we go. Bats. Bats controls what they need. With these missiles as well, should be insane. But Jack rides on tower, sits on it and sends it backwards. That's going to be A-okay, allowing Half Send to get some of their members back out of their own spawn.
Yeah, they want to get everybody out as quick as possible and as much as they can, especially now Crab Tank is going to be coming out. That second checkpoint is now fallen. The Last Resort is looking for this third checkpoint to make headway here, especially because Half Cent is almost complete with the third checkpoint of their own. With having 3 members down now, and Wipeout, this is Last Resort's opportunity.
Someone's on the tower!
There is nobody on that tower as Arashi turns around really quickly to try to keep those points maintained, but Shockwave had enough time to get out there to take Arashi out. Now you have Mecha on the tower. It is a mad dash to get these points, Genie, and they're gonna do it! Last Resort pulls it out again in overtime, taking game 2.
There's no way that's how that happened. It should have been a clean win from Last Resort with how that push happened. But Arashi and Chara, they both didn't ride the tower. Arashi was able to finally get onto it, but Hasen, the scrambles, the mad plays, it didn't come up clutch enough. Because Storm Hero, again, the hero, landing on the tower, dancing around for just long enough, and not activating the drop roller, mind you. If Storm Hero activated drop roller and rolled off tower, that would have been a chaotic way to lose it.
You have to, like, what's going on in that voice chat right now, Genie? What's going on in there? Because Last Resort had it in the bag. The wipeout happened, all 4 members pushed up, but there was nobody on the tower. That little bit of delay allowed Shockwave to get back out into that plat area to take a pick and looking for more picks. But unfortunately for Half Send, I think Last Resort was just quick enough on their feet to try to keep that tower rolling and to get those points that they needed. But wow, that could have been bad for Last Resort, Genie. It could have been bad.
Yeah, I think it's going to be bad in the Half Sense camp. Voice chat there is going to be pretty low after the first game getting stomped, knowing you're going to go back to another zones map that I know Mako and Barnacle and Dime, it's hard to say they are similar maps at all because of how their layout is, but they don't have really tall elevation walls in the zones area. It's relatively flat zone, middle pillows with a little bit of a ledge up here and there. Similar to Barnacle and Dime. So if you got rolled the first time, geometry proves to be a little bit not in your favor going into this third one. But I want to focus, Saf, before we go off of that tower control game. That was amazing plays from Last Resort. I know their voice chat, they can be super excited after a big game like that, but they can calm down. I know you and I both got to see them at LTC. Mm-hmm. Off of some hype sets, they really were able to like pop off and then chill. I don't know how it was mentally, like inside of their brain, like how they're actually thinking individually as players, but vocally, being able to calm your voice down to the rest of your teammates makes an amazing difference.
Yeah, you don't want to get too rattled, Genie. It's really easy to kind of let things falter and you kind of lose momentum and lose that structure that you're able to maintain. But I mean, Last Resort is a well-oiled machine, and we even saw it in that tower game where they were ready to push forward and ready to continue the fight, but nobody took the objective. And that's what's so great about high-level Splatoon gameplay, is that you can still make little mistakes as a team, even when you've played together for such a long time. It's still easy to make those little mistakes that could be to your detriment, but luckily they had enough time to turn it around and to take that tower all the way. But we're not playing tower anymore, Genie. We're going shopping at the market. We have our membership cards. We're on MakoMart Splat Zones, baby. Yeah. And Half Send is going to take it first. Yeah,
they're going to take it first. I love that the Nautilus pick is coming out from Shockwave. I know Shockwave is a very strong Nautilus player and has been for quite a long time. So that's a comfort pick for them. On this map, it can work out well. Storm Hero, they're going to just almost going to tank that bomb. They're going to be able to find Zen there. That's an insane, disciplined play. Well played by Storm Hero.
Absolutely. Last Resort now having a lot of points on this board, Genie. I mean, Splat Zones for Last Resort has been a very strong mode, especially with Chara coming out with that Rapid Blaster. I mean, they know exactly what kind of space they need to take for themselves. They have the Inkjet of their own, taking Jess out, looking for Jax in the process here. Jax taking their attention away from that zone. They're going to get 2. They're looking for the 3rd, but just not quite having enough time to do so. The juice is out for Last Resort as well, so that quick respawn is going to come in handy here. They can be really aggressive and they can take the fights that they want to take. As Arashi takes Jax out in that corner, they're looking for the 2nd pick as well, but going to have to back up as Shockwave makes their way out. 10 seconds remain, Genie. Can they hold on?
I think Last Resort's got this in the bag. There's no way that Half-Sun can paint the zone in time. Last Resort, they had the missiles, they had the bombs, they had the paint. They had everything in their favor in that last 10 seconds. There's nothing that's slowing them down, and with those 2 zones games going extremely fast in their favor, this Winners Finals is going to be finishing up in next near record time.
Yeah, congratulations to the Last Resort. finishing up winners final strong here. The strong 3-0 finish, moving on up. But that means Half Send is moving on to losers. Is that correct, Genie?
Yes, they will be. Well, I guess moving on is a nice way of saying it. I usually only say moving down, but I don't want to be a downer.
Moving on, no, because we're moving forward. We're still moving forward.
No. Well, Last Resort gets the easy path. They get to go up the ladder. They don't. They get to go to the next floor. Half Send, they have to keep walking to the next room and take the harder way to Grands.
That's all right. It's going to be a good fight for them regardless. Last Resort is going to be moving forward into the grand finals, which is very, very exciting for them. But I believe that means that we're waiting on another match to complete itself for who we're going to have be playing Last Resort, Genie.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of loser round action coming your way. I know that. We're gonna have a slight break so we can catch probably the winner of the Grimace Shakers game, or Grimace Shakers versus either Can I Get or each sold separately. That's the match I'm most likely predicting that we will see. So until then, everybody, we will catch you on the other side of this break for losers bracket action. Don't go anywhere.